Hello, this is episode 6, I think, and we're going to be giving this a multi-part episode 6, since this is a kind of a hard topic. We're talking about uh, sprites and graphics in this episode, but I already deleted everything from main, so what we're going to do is we're going to search through the demos. If you want to pull this up yourself, it's pre-installed. It's called Elephant Walk. It's like the most basic sprite thing ever. It's just It's just an elephant that you control with your keyboard, and it's super helpful for things like this. Some say if you're a teenager and want to make a game about elephants, you first draw an elephant. Whoever said that? Let me make this a little bit bigger so we can actually see it. And yes, so in here, we are going to have to open the Sprite menu. Sprites, they're sprites. I'm not even going to start with 3D models. We're just going to make a rectangle. Let's make some space for the rectangle. And we're going to press Control R. And this is the sprite menu. We have make sprite, and then we're just going to focus on this for now. Make sprite. And let's just make, say, a rectangle. So I'm going to just draw a rectangle. There. I'm going to right click it to open up the menu again. But your placement of the rectangle might not be the best. So go to the Sprite Edit menu. And this is going to be, you're going to want to put this on the top left corner of your sprite, the origin point. This is the point where your sprite will move around from. See, now it's aligned. So now that we have a sprite, you can also edit it with color. If you're right here, you can change the color for it. You can change the dither of it. All these things. But when we're done, we'll want to convert it to a bitmap, and the background color, we'll set it to be just transparent. And the default extents are always probably the best. And escape or exit, we'll save. We don't need to know that. There. Now I'm going to scroll down a little. What we're going to do is just draw this rectangle. So, let's we're going to make this a borderless full screen window, so it's easier to draw on. We'll do the win border. I'm rating this from here. Then we'll make the document or the window maximum size, and then we'll clear it. Now what we can do is finally, draw it. And we're gonna just draw the rectangle with Sprite 3B. Well, let me open the autoplay menu and see the options. Sprite 3B. That's the one I use. It lets you input a 3D sprite, but we don't need 3D, so we're just gonna. But the arguments, they're odd because you have to get something called DC. DC is basically the canvas for it, and we're gonna name it CD. CDC is just the type of object DC is. So, and what it is for all of them is DC alias. In all files, that's going to be your DC pointer. And now for the first argument, the canvas, DC. The second argument is going to be the X position. We're going to make that 300. Second, Y position, 300. And for the Z position, we're just going to set that as 0. And the last thing, the pointer to the sprite. This doesn't work. You're going to have to pointer to sprite. tag text is just the little thingy that would be here. Bin num 1, this is all good. And we're just gonna press escape. Escape and it'll be there. Now we can close this. And I'd say we should, what's the end logic in this one? And we're gonna wait 1 second with the sleep command, which will just sleep. And right now, we're going to, when we're finally done, we'll DC fill. That, if I'm right, we'll just reset it. And then we'll, of course, dock clear. And then, if I'm right, we're done. So, but let me give you a rundown. This is the sprite. This is the canvas. This removes the border. This maximizes the window. This clears the document. This draws the sprite with the canvas, the X position, the Y position, then the Z position, which is forward and backwards. And then finally the sprite pointer. Sleep waits for how many milliseconds? Oh, oopsie poopsie. DC fill, if I'm right, just fills the screen, so it'll get rid of anything that you don't still want on the screen. And doc clear clears the document again. So we'll save that and we'll run it. Now we have that, and it disappears after a second. Boring, poo-poo, horrid. We want, now that's not poo-poo for the standards that you just learned how to make a sprite. And I'd say this is a pretty hard topic. This is part 1 of part 6. This is quarter, half, I don't know how many parts I need. The next episode will cover how to move this sprite and draw dedicated functions. And for now, I'll have to say goodbye.